A majority of women today suffer from beauty sickness. It can be described as an obsession with appearance, a persistent lack of self-satisfaction with body image, and a strong and relentless drive to achieve beauty, as it is defined by society. This is due to the many ways in which different aspects of society fills our heads with messages centered around our insecurities. These messages have led us to strive for an ever-changing, very popular, yet unattainable ideal of perfect beauty. We strive for beauty in hopes that along with reaching it, wealth, power, and happiness will also be there. Different aspects of society and human history have set the standards of what beauty is. However, in society, culture is the main contributor to people's ideals of perfection and how important it should be in their lives. An anthropologist named Jonathan Gottschall said in 2008 that nothing in physical attractiveness research makes sense except in the light of evolutionary biology and culture. Culture is influential over beauty for two main reasons. It is believed to be reflective of status and the potential to attract a mate. This is why the people of each culture are constantly striving to meet the status quo and the standards set in place by their cultures and their society. Standards of beauty are different in different cultures around the world. For example, in countries that struggle with hunger and poverty, voluptuous bodies are idolized and viewed as beautiful. This is because extra fat indicates wealth, so there is extra money to be spent on food, which is also a sign of good health. However, in the United States, people that hold higher socioeconomic statuses are expected to correlate with lower weights and slimmer physiques. Wealthy members of society in the United States are expected to use their money to hire personal trainers and follow healthier meal plans so that they may be fit. However, this is just another standard of beauty that is prevailing throughout the world. Healthy eating and exercise should be for feeling good and living longer, more healthful lives, not impressing those around us. While the differences in these two cultures' ideals of beauty are very obvious, there is still the key notion of ideal beauty at the center of each. These two cultures, as do many, use their ideals of beauty to try and be able to recognize one's socioeconomic status. Why is this? Why, according to society, does beauty indicate wealth or power? Dr. Engelen of Northwestern University said it best when she pointed out that what kind of real power expires when you're 30 or when you gain 10 pounds. A study done at the University of Texas suggested that good-looking people are happier than plain-looking or unattractive people. The results of the study suggested that attractive-looking people are happier because they make more money and have more successful and higher-earning spouses. The study's author concluded that the majority of beauty's effect on happiness works through its impact on economic outcomes. Just like the beauty standards held by society, this study can make someone want to strive for unattainable perfection. What about growing in our knowledge or intellectual or emotional intelligence? Or what about growing in ourselves and our psychological maturity? Cosmetic companies also contribute to society's push on beauty. These companies promise products that will invoke new relationships and opportunities for their consumers. These brands promote the idea that while it is not seen as wrong to have been born ugly, it is wrong if one does not take the time to try and become more beautiful. Makeup used to be only used in things like plays for people who needed to create or enhance physical expressions. Nowadays, makeup is used as a tool to be able to take a step towards perfect beauty. It is used to conceal and brighten women's facial features in order to be able to fix their problems. The cosmetic industry dominates 30% of the global market. There are concealers, eyeshadows, bronzers, whiteners, etc. that are promoted as tools to be able to use to reach the standards of beauty that society has implemented. These companies have ultimately led us to believe that our natural state is not beautiful. Consequently, people have started believing that anything natural is completely unacceptable and unworthy of society. In 2011, in regards to the notion of makeup relating to beauty ideals, John Green said, "It's a separate face of pretty that we have created, but it is not what we actually are." After so many years of being faced with this immense amount of pressure of makeup to achieve beauty, society can no longer recognize natural facial features. Next to culture, the media is also to blame for society's standards of beauty. The media portrays women as tan, size 00, cellulite-free, acne-free, poreless objects that are on display for the world to judge. The media sends the message that striving for beauty is the only way to be successful or happy in your life. For instance, in 2015, Dove Beauty released their #ChooseBeautiful campaign. This campaign involved a video that was shot in 5 major cities around the world. Women of the city were offered an option of entering their workplaces through one of 2 doors. One was labeled beautiful, while the other was labeled average. Most of the women walked through the average door at the beginning of the video. However, after a few minutes and a girl power anthem began to play, more women began to enter through the beautiful door. This ad concludes by saying only 4% of women think that they are beautiful. My question is, why only beautiful or average? Why not intelligent or dependable? And what does a body wash company have to do with female empowerment? Dove promoted this ad as something to inspire women to seize the opportunity to choose what makes us feel beautiful every day, because when we do, it unlocks confidence and happiness. This is what led me to realize that this ad, like society, views happiness and confidence so superficially that we depend on a notion of achieving beauty in order to be happy and confident with ourselves and our lives. And while Dove claims that this ad was done in regards of women's confidence, this ad indirectly is urging consumers to use Dove products by giving consumers an experience. This then associates the company with the emotions that this commercial evokes rather than their actual products. In conclusion, I want to establish that there is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to be beautiful. Our brains are sensitively wired to know it when we see it. The desire to be beautiful is not the problem here. The problem is when all that women desire to be is beautiful. Our sensitivity to beauty is something we will never be able to turn off completely. We will always probably strive toward the standards of society because we believe that happiness, wealth, and power will be given to us in return. Instead of turning to things like makeup, Botox, or even low self-confidence, we must realize that we are fully equipped with what we need to achieve these things. If we spent less time investing in ourselves and how we look and spent more time learning who we are and where we want to go in life, the possibilities are endless. Because as Arthur Ashe once said, beauty is a journey, not a destination.